Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the very start of a new series that I'm going to be starting on the channel where we talk about all the Olympic Games that Mexico U23s are currently engaging with in Japan. So let's get straight into it. Obviously the first game was against France. It happened probably just about an hour ago. Big game. France is a quality team. They have a lot of quality players even at youth level. Even at U23 level as well. And yeah, Mexico comprehensively beat them 4-1. Quality game. Started off a little bit cagey, but Mexico, well, I think by the end of the first half, Mexico were pretty much the dominant team, and obviously they came in the second half, finished the job. Obviously, Alexis Vega with a brilliant first goal, obviously set up by Diego Lainez. Two of my favourite players actually on the squad, along with Cordova as well. We'll talk about him in a minute. Yeah, quality cross. Vega just does what Vega does best, and he just scores a goal. And a really good goal. Obviously, he was the player of the tournament, player of the qualifying tournament, should I say, for Mexico and for the actual CONCACAF region in general. He got player of the tournament, so form going. He's continuing his form, and obviously he's a really good goal. He ends up getting an assist as well, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, going straight back into it. Like obviously, like I said, Vega, what a game he had. Arguably, I would say Mexico's best player on the pitch. This game should have got man of the match. I'm not quite sure if he has not. I haven't checked. But he got golden assists, so I think he deserves it. Diego Lainez as well, causing havoc down that right wing. France's defenders just couldn't handle him at all. His end product's a little bit iffy still, similar to Antuna, but when he's on the ball, he's allowed to run. He's just going to weave in and out of players. It's actually really nice to see. It reminds me a little bit of Santi Cazorla, actually. Just needs to work on that end product a bit more, but he's got a quality pass, and he proved that multiple times this game. And he also did that with Vega's goal as well, which was Mexico's first goal of the tournament. And then going straight into it, Cordova scores not long after that. Really good long range effort. Eggs the space, keep off his line. Really good slot into the back of the net, so really good for Cordova. Another player that I think should be playing in Europe. Absolutely needs to be playing in Europe. Club America are a good team, but he needs to be playing in Europe. Similar to Vega and, as well. So, yeah, before you know it's 2-0 up. I'm thinking, cool, Mexico's cruising. But then, I think the one negative of the game, there's two negatives, but one negative was Cesar Montes in the centre-back role. Quite disappointing this game. Obviously, gives a penalty away and Gignac scores. Only just. Lucky Ochoa, I mean, he went the right way, it just stuck under him, unfortunately. Ochoa is a bit of a hit and miss when it comes to penalties. Usually he's really good, but he can miss them. But he was unlucky, I think, this one. Just snuck under him. But yeah, going back to Montes. It was a bit disappointing all game. Committed a couple of fouls. Didn't look too comfortable. He grew into the game after the penalty, but he needs to work on that. Hopefully he can work on that between now and when when Mexico plays Japan, because he's a quality centre back, and again, this team is stacked of players that should be going to Europe, and he's one of them. Like, there's rumours Ajax are interested in him, so he needs to do a bit better. Sloppy foul in the box to give away the penalty. Definitely a penalty, definitely a foul. Really, no one can really argue against that. I would if I could, but it was such a blatant foul. So yeah, that's one of the negatives. The other negative, I think, was Henry Martin up top. I think his hold-up play was really good. It reminds me a lot of Giroud. Giroud did a lot of the dirty work for Arsenal when he was at Arsenal. Allowed his wingers, allowed the other people to get into position. I think his play helped Vega's goal and Cordova's goal to an extent as well. He was able to drag away defenders quite easily. The striker's main job is to score goals, and he didn't come anywhere near even close to scoring a goal today. So he needs to work on that. It's a bit of a negative for him, but hopefully he learns from it and grows as the tournament goes on. And then obviously going into the second half, obviously Antuna comes on, scores an absolute banger. He missed a bit of a set of moments before. But I tweeted out, like, Antuna is always a threat, and especially when it comes off the bench, when opposition defenders are a little bit tired, he can cause absolute havoc. And he did, and he scored a really, really good goal. It was probably the one goal that made me scream this game, because it was just quality. He just drags it in, cuts inside and his left, and slots it in the bottom corner, and it was a really good goal. Again, that was set up by Vega, so obviously again the Chivas, I think they're best mates by this point. The teammates are best mates, but it's nice to see them linking up in the national team. And Tuna again, um, he's one of those players similar to Linus. He can dribble, he can run into space, but his end products can be a bit iffy. But he's always got a goal in him. So, and he proved that today. It was a really good goal. And then finally, Eduardo Aguirre comes on for Henry Martin, and like 2 minutes later scores a goal. It was a really good goal. He just went up above the keeper and it slots in. Before you know it, it's 4-1. Apart from the penalty, Mexico were dominant in this game, especially in the second half. France just didn't have any answer to their attacking play at all. There's a couple of times in the first half, especially when they got quite close, they had a couple of shots that tested Ochoa a little bit, but yeah, apart from the penalty, Ochoa didn't really look to be doing too much in this game. But I think having Ochoa behind you really gives the defence quite a lot of confidence. So that might be why. But attacking wise, Mexico were just dominant. Absolutely dominant. I think that Aguirre should start next game. Purely for his goal. I mean, it was a really good Golazo, but that's what he's doing, what strikers should be doing. And Mexico are surprisingly short on strikers at the moment. Strikers that are actually scoring. Obviously, Chicharito scoring, but he's not being chosen. That's a whole other argument. Pulido as well. Pulido's doing alright, but he doesn't seem to translate that into the national team. Funes Mori, I think he's a bit hit and miss. I think he's going to be alright for Mexico, but the more strikers we have scoring goals, the better, in my opinion. And Aguirre definitely has got bags of potential. He could be a star. So I hope he starts the next game. Overall, quality first start of the tournament. 4-1. We've got Japan next and then South Africa, I think, after that. So I think Japan's going to be a lot harder of a test. Although on paper, you have to say France is probably the biggest test Mexico would have had in this group, and dominated them. Like, it wasn't even close. It was close for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the first half, but it wasn't really that close most of the game. Like, Mexico really just dominated them. But I think Japan, playing on their home soil, they're the host nation, they're going to be a lot harder, I think, to break down. And so it'll be interesting to see how Mexico adapts to that, especially if Japan are holding back and if they have a solid back line. Mexico might have a little bit of trouble breaking them down, whereas I think France's back line were the weakest link for them. Allowed them to get in and obviously get their goals away. So, I'm expecting a lot tighter of a game against Japan. Probably not going to be as high as the scoreline. I reckon it's going to be a 1 goal either way victory, either 1-0 or 2-1, something like that. So, looking forward to it though. I will be at work for the game, but I am going to try and watch it while I'm at work, but we'll have to wait and see. South Africa game I'm at home for, so 2 out of 3 games isn't too bad for me considering my work schedule. What can I say? Really good start. So happy with Vega. Player of the game, like I said, absolutely carrying on his form. He's just got the number 10 for Chivas, which is a massive confidence boost. This guy absolutely needs to be playing in Europe. I mean, I was talking to some buddies on my Twitter during the game. We were discussing how Vega absolutely, probably the player on the team that deserves to be playing in Europe at the moment. Chivas' best player. Has been Chivas' best player for a good year, maybe a year and a half now. So hopefully he can get a good, decent European team and can continue to grow because he absolutely deserves it. My favourite player, so I'm heavily biased. He's my favourite player playing in Mexico right now, and he's probably my favourite player full stop at the moment, alongside Chicken Designer. I think he's my other favourite player. Yeah, so fantastic for him. Hopefully, he can keep that going, and fantastic for Mexico. Um, you know, a win against Japan, and it looks really, really good. Even a draw against Japan, then if we can go and beat South Africa, it's quality. It's good. It's a good result to go to the knockout stages on. Um, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Just enjoying this win and looking forward to the other two tests that we've got coming up. It's really good for me because the time difference. Japan's only an hour ahead of me, so yeah, it's really good. It's really good to watch Mexico in the afternoon on a day off. Um, rarely happens. I mean, the time of the kickoff never happens. Um, so yeah, it was really enjoyable to watch. Like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was able to have a beer, watch with my dog, which is cool. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this tournament. Much more than the Gold Cup actually. Funnily enough, the Gold Cup's been good so far, but this one, the excitement levels off the charts for this. I can feel it online. I can feel it on Twitter. Everyone just seems way more pumped for this. I mean, the players are better. The players have that youth, potential, excitement aspect to it that the Gold Cup squad doesn't really have as much. Especially with Chico Lozano getting kicked out of the squad because of injury. So, so like I said, really good start. I don't want to ramble on too much. Let me know what you thought of the game. Let me know, did you watch the game? Are you a Mexican fan? A lot of my non-Mexico fan buddies, like Arsenal fans, they watched the game, and I think they enjoyed it. It was nice to show them, like, this is why I keep going on about these players, because these players are great. They just don't get the opportunity in Europe that they should. So, let me know what you thought of the game. Who was your best player? Who do you think wasn't as good? Did you agree with me about Montes being the weak link today? I do rate him. Like centre back, his quality. He's one of my favourite centre backs from Mexico, especially in potential wise. But he had a bad game. I think we can all agree on that. Let me know if I missed anyone out. Do you think someone else had a bad game? Some people say that Martin had a terrible game. I don't think he had a terrible game. I just don't think he did what he should be doing, and I think he did a lot of the dirty work to allow Vega and Lioness and then Antuna to kind of come in and have their shots and goals. So, but yeah, let me know what you think of the game, and let me know what you think about Japan and South Africa. Do you think Mexico have a realistic chance of beating them? And also let me know if we can go on and get the gold medal for it. Let me know what you think. This is a brand new series. It's going to run on the whole time the Olympics are going to go on for. I'm going to do a review of every single game. So look out for that. Look out for the series. Give it a thumbs up if you like the series. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days for the Japan game. Adios.